Thanks for tuning back in to our YouTube channel here at ArmorTech. Today we're going to show you how to install a UC530C ES, which is our new EconoSkin Crew top for this full-size XP1000 Polaris. Alright, now we've got our product unboxed. We're going to have our front panel, rear top panel, as well as bag number 70. That'll have all of our foam seal, brackets, and our hardware. First thing we'll do is take our foam seal out and we'll install it on the front lip of the rear panel seal. We're going to start on this edge right here. Now we've got our part flipped upside down, so this is the bottom is actually going to be the top side of our roof. And so we're going to run it above the holes from this point all the way across. Next, we'll get our two tops together. We'll pull the trim, the tail, pull that back a couple inches, and in our hardware bag locate our 1/4 by 1 inch bolts, as well as a flat washer and a lock nut. We'll now pull the two tops together. The tab on the front panel will go over, or in this case under. Remember, we've got our tops upside down, so it will be over installed the rear panel. And we've got some holes here joining this seam together, and we'll get our bolt started. Now we'll grab our impact with our 7/16 socket and a P3 Phillips screwdriver, and we'll go ahead and tighten all of this down. Now we'll take the tail of our trim and we'll go ahead and push that back on all the way down the edge of our rear top panel. And when we get to the end, we'll take a pair of cutting dikes here and snip it to length. Push it up in the corner. We'll repeat the same thing on the opposite side. Prior to putting our top onto the machine, we'll go ahead and put some foam seal weather stripping that's provided in our hardware bag, and we'll come down both edges to help seal some of our landing points. We'll start right here at the back of the bulkhead. We'll lay this foam seal weather stripping just on the very inside of the bar. And we'll tear it right here where the radius in the corner starts to go down. Now that we've got everything tight and the trim on, we can grab a partner and we can assemble this to the machine. Now that we've got our top onto the machine, some of you may notice at first glance that our tops will have a little warp or oil can to them, and that's perfectly normal. That's due to our braking process. We put a lot of stiffeners in these tops to really give it some rigidity with no channels on the underneath side. When we first start tightening all of the nuts and bolts down, once we get all those in, it'll start laying down flat once we start to tighten that up. Now we'll locate our 1/4 by 1 inch bolts, our 1/4 inch O-rings, as well as our 1/4 inch lock nuts and flat washers. And we'll go ahead and take the O-ring and we'll slide it onto the bolt like that. And then we'll start with our front center holes, not the two in the lip. There's 3 that run across the member of our ROP system. And we'll just start with 1 hole. We'll go ahead and start that. And these holes will locate the top and sort of center it to the machine. So that's why we'll start with these first. Now we'll do the other side. And we'll pull down on the front, get it started. We'll leave all these bolts loose till we get everything started, and then we'll come back and tighten everything down. Now we'll do the 4 across the front. And just a quick tip, you can actually use this oil can to your advantage. See how this is raised up? We can actually pooch this side upwards, and that's going to bring this down a little bit. We'll pull our trim back just so we can get our bolts started. Push those through the holes. And then we'll push our trim back up over the bolt heads. And we'll repeat the same on the other side. In our hardware bag 70, we'll locate bracket A. And with that, we'll secure the side of the rear roof panel. Go ahead and drop in our 1/4 by 1 inch bolts in the top. And then the bracket will set with our slotted holes up to the roof, and the cup will sandwich the bar and pull that all together. We'll align the bolt holes and get our flat washer and lock nut and get those started. Now we'll locate bracket B out of our bag 70, as well as our 1/4 by 1.5 inch screw. Go ahead and slip our O-ring on, and this will secure the very back of the rear roof panel. And we'll put our bracket on, as well as our flat washer and our lock nut. Next, we'll locate our loop straps, as well as our 3/8 by 1.25 inch bolts and our 3/8 lock nuts. And we'll go ahead and secure the top to the center cross bar. Stick our loop strap up, insert our bolt. We may have to spring these just a touch, depending on how it wants to fit. And we'll get our nuts started. And we'll do the same thing on the back side. Now we'll grab our impact, our 7/16 socket, and our Phillips screwdriver, and we'll go through and tighten everything in the same sequence as which we put it on, and that'll help secure this and pull this top down properly. Your EconoSkin top is now installed, and you can enjoy it on your next ride. Thanks for watching.